Okay, it is no secret that modern women, today's modern women, are not marriage material. Yes, I said what I said, okay? And you do not have to agree with me, but it just is what it is. And today we're going to be discussing the reasons why. All right. This conversation is very prevalent today because I truly believe that men and women are better together than they are apart. So that's why the conversation about relationships will forever be a thing and it will never die down because human beings are meant to work together, to unite together, right? And create wonderful things. So that's the reason why we're talking about this. Now, let me just say this one thing that um, there has been a shift in traditional values. We're now more modern than we are traditional. And this is the reason why a lot of modern women are not marriage material. Okay. Because women are marrying men more than women are marrying other women. So we have to talk about this in terms of the heterosexual relationships and marriage. Okay. So wouldn't it make sense if women want to get married to men? Wouldn't it make sense? And men are the ones that pretty much do the proposing and this and the other. Wouldn't it make sense for women to pay attention to what men are saying that they want in a woman? Wouldn't that make sense? You would think that that's the sensible thing to do. But today's modern women say no. Why should we listen to what men have to say that they want in a woman? Why should I, as a woman, conform to what a man says he's looking for? Why can't the man conform to what I have now become? And men are like, nope, if you don't want to listen to what we have to say, then that's okay. You stay where you are, and I'm going to stay where I am. You see, then that's why men and women, the genders are always fighting. And that's how they came up with this whole gender war issue. Okay. And I truly believe this one thing. Modern women are focusing on their careers more now than ever before. So the whole idea of getting high degrees or just getting degrees in general has shifted women's mindset, okay, into something that I have a degree now, so I'm now, and I make money now, and I'm now independent. So a woman's idea of independence means that those traditional roles that men and women used to play in the marriage are extinct, right? Because now they've gotten their careers and they've gotten the bag, so they don't need to be traditional anymore. That's what modern women believe. And also because they claim that they are now independent, they make their own money and stuff. So making money has made women shift away from men. We don't need men anymore. So women, let me ask modern women this question. If you don't need men anymore, then why is it that you're wondering where all the good men went? All the good men went because you told them you are now independent from them and you don't need them anymore. So men went their own way. Or men are going to seek women in other countries or in other areas of this country where they can hopefully find women who truly want men and need men. I believe that a lot of women talk themselves out of a good thing in a man. They say things like, I don't need a man, but I want a man. Well, when men hear that, they're like, well, forget you then. I don't need you either, because you cannot say, I don't need a man. And then under the same breath, say, but I want a man and expect a good thing to come for you. No, it doesn't happen that way. You see, women, that's why the Bible talks about women being silent. It's not a form of control. Okay. It wasn't put in the Bible as a form to control women. No, let me tell you the reason why. In the Bible, it says it's best for women to be silent. This is the reason why. Because as women in general, we talk and talk and talk ourselves out of a good thing. We use our own tongue to bring destruction, not just to ourselves, but the people that are connected to us, because we just say things without logically thinking, first of all, how is this thing going to affect me? And how is this thing I'm about to say, or these things that I'm saying, how is it going to affect someone else that I'm connected to? We don't think as women, we just open our mouth and just start talking, talking, talking. And then we put negativity out in the atmosphere. And then when negativity starts coming right back to us in different forms, we're like, oh my God, who did I offend? You see, we start wondering, oh my God, why are bad things happening to me? How come I can't get the things that I want? How come when it comes to relationships, I fail at relationships? That's because when it comes to relationships, you put out negativity in the world. You use your own mouth to spew negative things out. Stop saying, I don't need a man, but I want a man. You are bringing confusion, and God is not an author of confusion. But you steady be speaking confusing things out in the atmosphere, and it comes right back to you. And you act all innocent and confused and stuff. No, 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 hon, you're not innocent. Whether you meant to put confusion out there in the universe or not, you did. So you're gonna have to just sit tight and just wait for confusion to come right back to you. Or you can begin to shift your mindset and say things like, just because I got a degree, just because I secured the bag and I can now make my money, does not mean that I don't need a man. It just means I am even more prepared for the type of man that I need and want. Stop saying things like, I don't need a man, but I want a man. It's not going to work for you. You will never get the type of man that you want. Okay. And another thing that I want to discuss is women have become more openly promiscuous in today's modern day. That is one of the reasons why modern women, are not marriage material. Okay. So before I go any further, I would like to ask you all to please hit the subscribe button so you can subscribe to my channel and just get more of my content if you are enjoying the type of content that I put out. Now let's get back to the promiscuous woman. Back in the day, when traditional roles meant something and held the family together, and when traditional roles and values and ideas protected women, for the most part, women were not openly promiscuous back then. But now that women are more openly promiscuous, men just see them as a fun thing. The more openly promiscuous you are, the more men cannot take you seriously. And I'm talking about the type of man that you truly desire as a woman. That good man, that leader man, that provider man. That's what I'm talking about. The man that is assertive, the man that is organized, the man that is confident, the man that is sure of himself, the man that has things going for him. He's already on his purpose, or he has attained his purpose and just making his purpose even better. That's the type of man that I'm talking about. We're talking about healthy relationships on this channel. We're not talking about no toxic nothing on this channel. So don't come into my comments talking about, oh, what about women that are in toxic situations? I'm not talking about those type of women, and I'm not talking about those type of men either. I'm talking about women that are looking for that quote unquote good guy, the guy that is assertive, that can stand on his 2 feet with or without a woman. That's the kind of guy that I'm talking about, that women want, the kind of guy that takes charge and is able to strategize and has goals he's working on and can help his woman achieve her own goals too, as she is helping him on his own journey at the same time. That's the type of guy that most women have said they want. But women, when you are out here promoting your highly over sexualized self, you are not marriage material for the type of man that you want. Argue with your creator. Don't come into my comments trying to argue with me. It's not going to work, because I'll give it right back to you. Okay. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you over sexualize yourself as a woman, because there's no more shame in this country. You see, that's the problem. Shame back then kept women in check for the most part. It was not to control women, it was to protect women from all kinds of dangers out there. And for the most part, it did until women woke up one day and decided they wanted to get liberated from men. Then, boom, when you liberate yourself from men, you're liberating yourself from their leadership, from their protection, from their provision. That's what you are liberating yourself from. So, women, you have to be ultra careful what exactly you are saying and what exactly you're doing. You have to understand what your actions mean and how it's going to affect the selection of men that you have in front of you. If you are not marriage material from these things that I have listed, then you are less likely to get the type of man that you truly desire for yourself. Okay. And another thing is that the social media came and just threw women off. Women now see unrealistic things on the media and swear that that's how their life is supposed to be. Well, let me tell you, women, you need to understand that what you see on the media is just a snippet of what's really going on, of the real big picture. It is not the big picture. It's just a snippet. So the truth of the matter is, it may not even be real what you're looking at. It may not even be real. It may just be curated for just the however many, maybe 1 to 2 minutes, tops 5 minutes. That's it. And you take that for face value and you take that to be something real and you want to copy that into your life. Well, ladies, you are only going to continue to drive yourself down the path of you're not marriage material. Well, not me, because first of all, I'm married. So I take myself out the picture. But I'm saying from one woman to another, I'm helping you out, showing you the things that you are doing that continues to make you unmarriageable. And this video, first of all, is only for women who want to get married. Because if you don't want to get married and you're a woman, then this video is not going to be helpful for you. You may even get offended by the things that I am saying. Okay. And first of all, you can't even tell men what's required for marriage to work. Men tell you because honestly, men are the ones that propose, ladies, not you women. For the most part, men are the ones proposing. So if you haven't gotten yourself together, if you're not presenting your best self, oh, I am marriage material, this is my best self. If you are not showcasing your very best self as someone who is marriage material, you will most likely not get picked by the man that you truly desire for yourself. Okay. The last thing I want to talk about is this. Women want traditional men. And women are wondering why traditional men are not picking them. Well, ladies, let me help you out. If you want a traditional man, guess what that traditional man wants? A traditional woman. But guess what? You are not a traditional woman. How do I know that? Because you keep saying things like, well, I'm not one of those 1950s women. We're no longer living in the 1950s. Well, you're right. Since we're no longer living in the 1950s, I agree with you, ladies, just so you know. We're no longer living in the 1950s. That means you cannot expect men to be 1950s men that used to back then provide, protect, and lead. You can't expect a 1950s man. You have to be able to embrace the modern man. The modern man that's going to say, let's go 50-50, or the modern man sometimes it's going to make you work. And while he stays home and does who knows what. That's the modern man. Okay. So ladies, if you are not a traditional woman or a semblance of what a traditional woman should be, then you're not going to get picked by a traditional man. No, because you're going to ruin if a traditional man happens to somehow, some way pick you, then guess what's going to happen? You as a modern woman, you will ruin that marriage relationship. You will ruin it and you will send it down to the ground and it will tank. Okay? So, ladies, if you want a traditional man, if you want chivalry from a man, if you want all those, you want his leadership, you want his guidance, you want his protection, you want his provision, because that's what the 1950s man used to do, then guess what? You're going to have to be almost a 1950s woman. Now, just to close this is what I have to say. Is there a way that the modern values can coexist with the traditional marriage ideas? I truly believe that there is a way. Okay, and here's my take on it. Number one, communication. You have to be, if you, ladies, if you happen to stumble upon that really nice, good, traditional man, you're going to have to sit down and have conversations with him. Your conversations have to be something like, hey, listen, what do you expect from me? And this is what I can do. And y'all figure out how you can come to terms with it, even if it's even possible. But you're going to have to present your best self. Okay? Ask the man, what does he expect from you? And tell the man, this is who you are. This is what you bring into the relationship to bring value. And let the man decide, this going to work, this not going to work. I can deal with this. I cannot deal with it. It's going to be a conversation between both of you. But ladies, if you're not willing to sit down and have that conversation, if you swear that, well, he's just going to have to take me the way I am, then it's not going to work for you. You will forever remain non-marriageable. Okay? That is what I have for you ladies today. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel so that you can get more of this type of content. And also remember, just put down in the comment section what you think about this video so that we can have a good and honest and respectable conversation. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.